Cut the track. Cut the track. All right, we appreciate you tuning in, like and comment on the video. We're probably to all comments. Subscribe if you're new here. Hold on. In case you've been living under a rock for the past week, we got your sports news and updates. We're -1, but we're the Weird Ones podcast, and this is a Chris Sports Rundown. Shout out to Chris. I'm Chris.
What's that? Shout out to that train, bro. God,
that's the train.
Shout out to the train. Hey, cuz look.
What's up?
Shout out to the Cool Out Corner, man.
What's up
down in the fit, in the podcast game out here in the Midwest, man. Springfield and KCK in the building.
Oh man, you got trains in that part of town over there, Lindari. Look kind of nice out there. I don't see no train yards behind you.
There's train tracks over here.
Oh yeah,
right next door.
I had to stay close, man. That's where I work, so I had to stay close.
Right behind the grand piano. All right, man. Shoot. Hold on, man.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Hold on, man. I gotta get rid of the prop, man. I can't do all this, man. Too much. All right, I'm back.
Why did you have it strapped up, man?
I did have it strapped up.
You didn't hear it pop?
Why?
Yeah.
Why? You ain't about to hit it?
Bro, I'm ready to go.
You ain't ready, coach.
You ain't ready to line up, Lindari.
Let Chris
you ain't ready to square up. Hold on, man. You ain't ready to square up, man.
I'm more like a play caller nowadays.
Play these. No, pause. Hold on. Pause that. All right.
Okay. He wanted to be on the practice. He did, bro. All right, man. Let's jump into this.
All right, man. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Don't let me lose my mojo.
All right, we're gonna start things off, man. What would you, man? Oh, hold on. There it is. All right. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start off. We had the NFL Championship Sunday. First, we're gonna start with the first game. Because the primetime game. The NFC always got the primetime slot. So start off with the AFC. They had a little 2:00 game. Whilst people still getting home from church, You
don't think location had nothing to do with that?
Nah.
Okay. Just asking.
Nah, because the game, it was the night game too last year, and it was in Philly. It was East Coast.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, man. But
yeah.
But okay. All right. We're gonna start off. We got hold on, we got the AFC side of things. We had the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs, 17, Baltimore Ravens 10. Whooped them by 7. Man, what a whooping.
Yeah.
Man, really motivated them boys. Really dog walked them boys.
I told you what we was gonna do, man.
All right. Well, we had old Patrick Mahomes, Mr. Checkdown Master himself, 30 of 39 with the
calling this man a game manager, bro.
Hold on.
With the whole 240 yards, a 6.2
if you're gonna be announced, you gotta be unbiased, man. You can't be biased with this shit.
No, I'm just stating facts, going off the stats.
I mean, I hear a bias in the way you saying them stats.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah,
we had
professional, man.
Okay. All right. Okay. You are we good now? We can go ahead.
Yeah, just keep it professional, man.
All right. We had Isaiah Pacheco, 24 carries, 68 yards, a whole whopping 2.8 average, 1 TD.
Is that all he did? It seemed like he did more work than that, honestly.
No, that's
effective.
He was effective. Okay. All right. But we did have Travis Kelce. Okay.
Limitless podcast. They forced Lamar out of his game. He didn't play like the Lamar that we got in the AFC Championship game. That got them to the game. True.
Yeah, that is true. Which I thought I would see
Lamar,
happen too, though.
We made him pass the ball. He can't do it.
That's what I
Not to a high level.
figured. That's what was
not a
gonna
high
happen
level
anyway.
And then, well, we also had Travis Kelce, who definitely was the player of the game for Chiefs. Usually is, at least in the playoffs. But he came up big, 11 receptions, 116 yards, and a touchdown. He passed Jerry Rice for the most playoff catches in NFL history. And he now has at least 70 receiving yards in 12 straight playoff games.
Good football player. Good football player. Hall of Fame football player.
Hall of Famer for sure. Yeah. GOAT tight end.
Whoa, man. I don't see. That's too far.
You think?
I mean, I watched Tony Gonzalez, and he was great.
He was.
Yeah,
if you compare,
they didn't win.
Not even just if you just compare numbers, though. Trav didn't done his thing.
I mean, Tony Gonzalez is at like 18,000 receiving yards.
What's Trav at? He got to be at like 12. I mean, he got 1,000 like every season.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably like 10, 11. I'll look at that while Chris is talking, but Tony Gonzalez definitely gave me longevity.
How about saying Tony probably played longer?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Kelce took one for the team this year, too, though. He could have had that, 8 years consecutive 1,000 yards, but he missed it by like 15 yards because he chose to sit out that last game and get some rest.
He also sit out the 17th game, not the 16th, so it is what it is.
Oh, yeah. He could have hopped in there, got his little yards, and then got out the game, but he was like,
I'm saying he didn't get it. He didn't get it in 16 games, so what's the point anyway?
Because it still counts.
No, not. I mean, it counts, but we know what it is.
I can see that. I see where you're going with that.
And Kelce's at 11,000 yards. He'll probably, what did he play, like another 4 seasons maybe?
So he'll get to 15.
Now, I think. Yeah.
You take
he's 34. Damn.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I still got Tony Gonzalez.
Well, I mean, kind of winning factors into it also, though.
I can't blame Tony Gonzalez for that because I actually watched those games. It wasn't like he was the reason they lost.
I mean, that's true, but that also, but
starting outside of big pen, you ain't got much of a chance, man.
That's true, but also, but it's kind of more so for Travis. It kind of elevates him a little bit, just because he's won. I mean, it gives him a little extra, I would think. Like you can't hold it against Tony, but you can give that bonus to Travis for doing it.
I don't hold it against Tony. I just think if Tony Gonzalez was in his offense,
yeah, when
we had Tony Gonzalez instead of Travis Kelce right now,
it'd be the same.
I think
it's already crazy. Like they don't cover Travis ever. It would be the same thing. He's always wide open.
Yeah.
You know what? Tomato. Let's get back to the game.
Yeah, I'm like, that nigga is always just standing by himself. I don't understand it.
Yeah,
I like to be the first one to say, I told y'all last week what the Chiefs was going to do this week. I said, we're going to beat the shit out them boys. I called it by 10, but they got a lucky field goal.
Lucky?
That threw my bet off a little bit. Yes, lucky. I thought they score was lucky the whole game. They only score was just on like a scramble, busted defensive type play. Other than that, I thought we whooped them pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. And then typical Andy fashion, he just can't score once he gets the lead going into the second half. Right. So he kind of does his dumb stuff to where you don't get any points.
I don't like that, Andy.
I think it's weird. Unless he's down. If he's down, he'll keep his foot on the gas coming out of the second half. But if he's up, he kind of just let off the throttle and just be like, we good. It's kind of weird.
I felt like after the first 2 drives, I thought for sure we about to beat the shit out of them by 40 points. But then, second half, it's like they didn't score on any drive. So it's like, man, I was kind of nervous there because even though it is a 2-possession game, a game can go from 2 possessions to 1 possession to you on your heels really quick.
We saw that
with the Lions. Yeah,
we saw that. Jesus.
That's why I don't like when I don't know if he takes his foot off the gas or they just wasn't playing that good in the second half, but they didn't extend the lead. So
I feel like the play calling changes. The play calling changes. He's way, way less aggressive. And then you don't once you kind of get predictable, it's easy for the defense to stop you. You know what I'm saying? Which is why they don't score, why they didn't score in the second half. Like, it was just pretty like, you're going to throw the 5-yard to, I think they ran a play where it looked like they all ran 5-yard comebacks. You're like, what the hell we doing here? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that's just the human element, though. It's like, as a coach, you're like, man, I just want this game to get over with. It's like, we're winning, you know, and it's like, yeah, you don't want to take your foot off the gas, but I think it just happens naturally. Like, you're trying to bleed the clock.
I don't think you have enough points at 17-10 to do that. Like, if you out,
no, for sure. But the way
7-10, you out 27-10. I guess I understand. Mm-hmm. But 17-10, it's a 1-score game. You know, they could get another one of those fluke. He scrambled around, catch you deep again. Play. Yeah. Or, I mean, it could have been a tie game if Zay Flowers doesn't fumble at the goal line.
Well, it was also, 17-7, so basically a two-score game. So they didn't get the 3 till the end, close.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but, that 2-score game.
It's still not like
a 1-score game pretty quick.
Yeah. it's not like
especially against Lamar. He's like one of them players. He can get you for one good play, scramble, get a deep shot like he did in the first half. And right there, it's a 1-score game. And he did that in like 2 minutes or something.
Well, like I just said, like if Zay Flowers don't fumble at the goal line, they score a touchdown right there. You're looking at a different game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. But the way the Chiefs defense was playing, you could kind of feel it. Like Lindari, he was acting crazy, acting nervous, and me and you were kind of like, well, you kind of got this. Like you're good.
Well, it was 17-7. It was 17-7, and he was acting crazy, which I thought was strange because it was only like 5 minutes left.
Because Zay Flowers, when he got that the big score, it was a busted play. Like, that can happen. Well, it wasn't a busted play. It was like Lamar Jackson extended the play.
He created something.
Yeah.
Well, he extended the play, but he ended up, by doing that, he ended up with Nick Bolton running down the field with Zay Flowers.
Right.
So, like, that's never going to work out for us. But that can happen the next play, any play. If he just run around long enough, which he can do, you can end up with a mismatch like that, which is like, man, now that's a 1-score game. And
well,
the Chiefs ain't done that the whole second half.
Yeah, 2 things on that, though. One, if I were the Ravens, I'm looking for that matchup. I'm trying to set that up every time after I see what happened in that. Like, bro, cover this dude. Try to sort out Bolton on this, and we going at that matchup every time. You know what I'm saying?
They never gonna have Nick Bolton covering Zay Flowers, but what happened on that play was they went into like a scramble drill. So a DB ran with this receiver.
So were they in zone?
I think there was like some type of zone, and then Zay Flowers just came through that zone in the middle. And then he started running upfield, and he just kind of tried to run with him. Gotcha. But it wasn't like, hey, you got Zay Flowers, because then I'd be calling for Spagnuolo's job right now.
Fair. That's fair.
But, with Lamar ability to extend the play, you can end up like that the very next play.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go to next, though. But it just seemed like Lamar, other than that play, it just doesn't seem like he was, like, being himself out there. Like, it doesn't seem like he ever trusted his legs after that play. It was opportunities to run he never took advantage of. It was just like, I was still here. I hadn't made it over to Chris's house yet, but I was watching the game like, bro, run the ball, run the ball. And then he just took a sack. And I'm like, bro, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, that was the thing. They were what? With Ty Monken, it was crazy. It was a head scratcher. It's like he was kind of trying to prove a point with Lamar throwing the ball. Like, they're the number 1 rushing team in the league. And then you have how many carries by their running backs? 8 carries total? Wait, no, because that was Zay Flowers. So you have 6 carries total from your running backs the whole game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the first run of the game,
they got away from what they thought what they are.
The first run of the game by Gus Edwards was for 15 yards. Yeah. So it's like,
he had that one good run, but other than that, they really wasn't they weren't like getting no chunk or getting no good yardage running.
But they only tried 5 more times.
Yeah.
But you're gonna do what the defense is showing you a lot of times. So like they might have had a run call, we don't know, but if they come out there and you see 5 dudes on the line of scrimmage, like you're not gonna run against that.
But I mean, it's like if it's what you do, it's what you do. Like, I mean, the 49ers would now, like you say, we'll get to it, but the 49ers were down 24-7 and they're still running the ball. Because that's what they do. So
here's the thing. When you say it's what you do, it's what you do. The reason I think the 49ers got a chance to win that game was because their coach said, I do what I do. I'm going to keep going for 4th downs. So you don't have to do what you do just because that's what you do. You play the game that you're playing right then. So if the Chiefs are putting 5 and 6 people up on the line of scrimmage, you'd be crazy to try to run against that front. You got better odds throwing the ball. The problem is that I think your quarterback is not that elite of a passer. Because he had shots. He had Odell Beckham down the field. He had somebody else. He had like 3 shots down the field where, the receivers behind the DB, and he just overthrew the ball.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. He did overthrow. He had a few overthrows there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to hit those throws in a big game like that. You hit them throws, though. Now we're talking about, Lamar, he had 300 yards, big bomb plays and stuff. But you miss those throws, it's like, yeah, we're going to keep stacking the box. Once you miss the first one, I'm going to stack the box. You miss the second one, I'm going to say, he can't hit the broadside of a barn. And then late in the game, you had the interception. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I don't blame Lamar for that one, because the rest of the receivers just kind of walked off the line like they wasn't running a route. So.
Well, you still don't want to throw it in triple coverage. Unless you, like I said, unless you're throwing it deep in the back of the end zone to where Likely's the only one that can get that. Either you're overthrowing it or Likely's going to make a jumping catch in the back of the end zone. That's the only way you're making that.
I saw the all 22 film of that play, and I think he had Likely, 2 receivers to the right of Likely, 1 to the far left. And literally, none of the receivers really ran except Likely. He was literally the only one that spread down the field on a route. So it's like, where else is he going to throw the damn ball?
Yeah, and he had his hand up like he was open.
Well, I mean, he was for a second, but that corner that you saw drift into the pitcher, he drifted into the pitcher because the receiver on the other side didn't do anything. He literally took 3 steps and stopped. So,
yeah,
I mean, shit like that, it's going to be a reason you lose a game. Zay Flowers, make a big catch, you get a taunt penalty, like the worst taunt penalty, too, the one that we all know they're going to call.
Yeah.
That backed you up from the 10-yard line. And then you reach out the old McCole Hardman, get the ball knocked out your hand. The football guys don't like that shit.
Yeah, the thing is, though, with Zay Flowers, it was, I mean, I could see at first it's because Snead was still holding on to his leg, so he was kind of like, dude, get off me. But then he spun the ball.
Throw the ball at him.
He spun the ball on him. Like,
if he just push him, get up and do his little flex, they don't call a penalty. But once you throw the football at him, I'm like, all right, my nigga, you went too far. You went too far, my boy.
You can't spin the ball at him and flex and look down at him.
Yeah, you gotta do something. Gotta be, like I'm not bothering this man for real. You know what I'm saying? So
you know how everybody gets a big catch and they get up and they do the first down, they pointing up the field. You got to do that. You got to flex at the end zone, not at the dude on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But
when you do that,
like I said, but even if he would have did that, like if he would have stood up and flexed, even if he would have looked at him, I don't think they would have called it. But once you throw the ball, it's like, my man, you just being disrespectful out here at this point. I gotta flag you up. I don't have no choice.
Throwing the ball is how you got their attention. Like, okay, I'm gonna throw the ball. Then I'm gonna.
No, he threw it at him. No, it was like on the ground. He like basically threw it at him down there. Like
I'm not even Ravens fan. I'm like, that was a dumb play.
Yeah. But then Karma came back and got him. Karma, by the name of L'Jarius Sneed, came back and punched it out as he was reaching for the goal line.
Yeah, that's a tough play, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like I mean, and
I want him to score, but that sucks for Zay Flowers.
Yeah, that was a great play by Sneed, though.
Hold on the ball, bro. Hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be reaching the ball out. Like you get tackled on that 1 yard line.
Y'all
it's
going
cool.
for
Lamar's
it again.
Lamar's gonna run it in the next play. Like you're good. Yeah,
he's trying to be
a hero. Like, he's trying to make up for what he just did, though.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
But soon they showed the tight view, the tight close-up shot. And as soon as the ball got knocked out and he felt he rolled over, you could see him like get up, like he had that shit look on his face. So I was like, damn, that sucks, man.
He might even have made it even if he had it tucked, because I mean he ended up 2 yards in the end zone after jumping, flying in there. So like even if he had it tucked, he might have just landed in the end zone.
Hey man, you got to protect the ball, bro. The best of you.
Yeah.
For this year, you got to protect the ball for this year. They trying to change the rule, man. So
yeah,
who knows?
I hope they never change it, but
I don't think they should change it. I don't care. I hope they don't change it, man.
Well, that's also only if it goes.
Never fumble the ball like that again in his whole career. He will never fumble like that because he did that on like one of the biggest stages. Ain't nothing bigger but the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And they crushed his team. So I guarantee you, every time he get by that goal line, he gonna have fucking tucked like a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he did end up he had 5 receptions, 115 yards, and a touchdown. So he still had a good day, but yeah, it could have been even better.
He had a goddamn
mistakes. Those mistakes hurt you.
Hurt the team.
Yeah, we also had Lamar Jackson did still have 8 carries for 54 yards. And he had that fourth and 1 run where he ran through the line and kind of broke it.
I thought he was gone.
Lamar shit for that though. They sound like he could have just took off.
I thought he could have took off. Like it's kind of like he was like, I think that was Snead that was chasing him, and I think he was like pushing Snead back, kind of running backwards almost. It's like, why don't you just put your head down and go to the goalpost, hit your head on the goalpost?
I'm pretty sure he would have tackled him though. I mean, he was close enough to stiff arm him, man. I mean, he had his arm on him. It wasn't like he was sticking his arm out there and was touching air. Like the dude was close to him. I'm sure that he probably just dived at the nigga legs, like I would do. And I'm at least gonna trip you.
I've heard people saying like, that's the reason why they lost. Like Lamar gave up a touchdown. You just go like, dude, these are DBs out here.
They're fast too.
Yeah.
Like I said, to me, I don't think Snead actually made All Pro, but I mean, it was damn near playing an All Pro level. Like,
yeah,
I don't think that's why they lost. Not that particular play, but I think there were other opportunities for him to run that he didn't take advantage of for sure.
He definitely should have ran more.
Do you think they lost because he didn't run as much?
I think no. I mean, I don't necessarily know exactly why they lost. I just feel like with that team, his running is what kind of opened up everything else. Just like on that play where he throws a touchdown, it was because the fact that he could run makes that defense do some different stuff. But once you kind of realize, like, this boy ain't running. He might run side to side, but he's not really trying to get down the field on us right there. It changes your thought process on how you covering that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure, Spags and the other defensive coaches over there notice, like, hey, bro, he ain't really trying to get down the field on these runs. We can play this a little bit different. So it changes up how they play you, which take away the element of surprise or the element of the wow factor that you do have. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I mean,
I just don't think he played his best game for sure. It wasn't a terrible game if you look at the numbers, but it didn't. It just some of them plays just didn't look like what I expected out of Lamar in that situation. But I also know that the Chiefs play Lamar. I said this last week, like they play him really well to where he don't normally get loose on y'all, and he don't. They make him pass, which kind of messes up his whole game plan a lot, I feel.
But did you not expect that? Because I mean, we know now that Lamar Jackson is James Harden.
You tweeted that. I understand.
It give you the MVP regular season, but then the playoffs come.
Well, he played good last week though.
He played one good half. The first half,
they blew them out last week. That one good half equaled a blowout still.
I mean, yeah, it ended up being a complete game, but the first half he struggled.
I mean, he still put up 10 points in the first half. They went into halftime 10-10.
Yeah.
I mean, then he put up 21 in the second half or something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but then
people
2 MVPs and you have one playoff win.
I'm like, Patrick Mahomes literally just played one good half.
Like he has more MVPs than playoff.
The game that they just won, he only played one good half, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
we know that.
I don't really chop it up to that, man.
I said last week though, like it's always those players on your team that will try to fucking throw the game away for you. And I think the reason the Ravens lost, they just had more players on their team who did shit to throw the game away.
Yeah, I mean, just like what the drive before halftime, you get a personal foul, roughing the passer. What? They got like 3 penalties on that drive. They gave them like 45 yards on that drive. You know what I'm saying? Like that's losing football.
Yeah, that's when
that is
that's
losing
when
football.
That's when Pat got smacked in the face.
Oh yeah, dude clubbed him on another one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right.
That was
nuts. Yeah, so you playing losing football, especially when like you don't know what they're gonna come out and do in the second half, but you do know that they get the ball first in the second half, and you just basically giving them points on this drive. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not mentally ready to play that game. I feel like you're not mentally prepared for that because that was terrible. And in a game with stakes like this, especially playing this team, like say what you want about the Chiefs, they might be the most penalized team or whatever, but we already know why that is. Like you got a terrible right tackle, which I ain't gonna even say he's terrible, but he get a lot of calls. He get a lot of penalties. And then you got Snead, and then gets a lot of penalties as well. You know what I'm saying? So you can say what you want about them, but they are mentally, they don't make mistakes. They don't, especially in big games like this. Like you never really see them like kill themselves. I mean, you got Cole Hartman shit last week, you know, but
they didn't throw one ball.
He didn't play much.
Exactly.
Not a fucking ball.
Exactly. And then you see them put Tony on the injury list, and my boy like, I'm good. I'm 100 out here.
You ain't injured, bro.
I'm not even hurt, coach. You know what I'm saying? So like when you and you dealing with a different pedigree, I mean, trust me, I don't even want to talk about these niggas like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about the Chiefs like this. But you're dealing with a different team out here, man. Like these niggas win games when you mess up. You know what I'm saying? You cannot give them those opportunities.
You got to. That's what you got to do in the postseason. You capitalize off every
like
opportunity.
They clutch up, man.
We had Trey Smith try to get the game away for us with the 2 holding calls back to back. Like, and the second one, I wasn't a big fan of, but they called it, so it is what it is. But like I said, you always got those players that's going to do shit that's going to try to throw the game away for you. At the end of the day, the Chiefs had Trey Smith doing shit, but I think the Zay Flowers one hurt the most. And then just missing throws.
Make those mistakes.
Kind of doomed you.
Missing throws are going to, like, in my mind.
Fouls where you extend drives, too, because that means, like, I don't think the Chiefs scored a lot of those drives, but it killed the clock, and it probably took time off to where you didn't get an extra drive.
For sure.
And that hurts.
And then I think about just Patrick Mahomes playoff losses. Like most of the time, it's Tom Brady, and he's like, "Shit, I'm gonna play great. Can you play great?" And they've lost those games most of the time because somebody made a mistake.
Joe Burrow.
I'm going there next because people made mistakes. D Ford, you know. And then the Joe Burrow against the Bengals, Pat played a terrible second half of that game. Yeah. He made a terrible play. He made a terrible play at the end of the first half, and it rolled over for the rest of that game. So whenever you have that situation, Cincinnati took advantage of it. They were the team that make those mistakes. But when the other team makes the mistakes, the Chiefs do not fuck that up. They capitalize on it every time, and that's why you got them going to the 4th Super Bowl.
You can say that's pretty much every team. When you get this far, all the teams are good. The only difference is like, who's gonna make mistakes first? So in the Ravens game, it was I'd probably say, hey, Zay Flowers, those were big mistakes that cost you the game right there. Then the next game, we'll talk about that, but I think the coach made some mistakes that cost them the game.
Yeah, but good teams win those tough games,
Yeah, I mean, you got to overcome the mistakes, but at some point, if they make too many mistakes, it's like, we can't get past that. Like, the Ravens probably could have won with the Taunton penalty, but once he fumbled that touchback, it was like, oh, man, that hurt us.
Man, that'll take the air out of your team. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. People say momentum's not real, but bullshit.
You already know. We'll talk about it in the next game. I'm big on Momo, bro. That stuff, it don't play.
So we also had the Omenihu forced fumbles, strip sack on Lamar. So that was big in the second quarter.
He was in the pocket for like 4 seconds.
Yeah, he was back there for a while.
Yeah.
But you still got to...
You can't blame the line for that. He was there for a minute. So, either, hey, you get back there, the clock got to go off.
But that's one of the plays. He could have ran right up the middle. He could have ran right up the middle of that.
And he was looking to throw the whole time.
Yeah, but he didn't.
He should have tucked it and ran.
That's crazy. Even if he only get like 2 or 3 yards, you ain't sack fumble in that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he could have took off right up the middle on that play. So
yeah, and then Omenihu tore his ACL, so he's out for the Super Bowl, which kind of sucks because he would have been able to play, his former team. Actually, was with the 49ers the last time they played against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, right?
Wait, he was with the Niners when we boat raced them in the Super Bowl? I did not know that, man. I didn't know that at all.
Okay, let me see what other notes I had. So yeah, the Ravens in the second half, the defense actually held them to 0 points in the second half, 5 punts.
Mm-hmm.
But the offense had 2 red zone turnovers. So
that'll get you beat for sure.
Yeah,
that'll kill you. That'll kill you every week.
Well, 2 end zone turnovers.
You win a turnover battle. Just winning the turnover battle, you're likely to win. But if you win that thing by 2, you damn sure. I don't know if you're gonna win any games.
It happens. That's all I can say is it happens, man.
See y'all next year, Ravens, man.
So I think
y'all try y'all best.
Those people want to fire Harbaugh over that shit, man.
Yeah, that's
really.
crazy.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they was calling for Harbaugh's head.
No, I didn't see that at all.
So no, he was actually with the Texans, so he didn't play with us in that Super Bowl.
You liar! You was a goddamn liar.
He came over the year after that.
Go to the next game, man.
He played with the 49ers for 2 seasons, and then okay. Hold on, man. I was still trying to give y'all props, man. I got some more stats for y'all real quick.
Ahead.
But in that game, Travis Kelce actually had 6 receptions for first downs, so that was pretty big. But more than half of his catches were for first downs. Pretty tough to beat him when he's doing that. And then we didn't talk about Rashee Rice. Not that big of a game. He still had 8 receptions, 46 yards, but he actually has 162 yards after catch in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. You get the ball in his hand. He's nice.
Yeah.
If everybody on the Ravens play like Kyle Hamilton and Roquan Smith, they had a better chance. Because Kyle Hamilton, that boy's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
I think he made pretty much every play for them in the second half. He probably the reason we didn't score.
He gave up that first touchdown to Kelce, but after that, he played pretty well.
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton had
for that touchdown either, though.
That was just a good throw and a good play, bro. That was a good play.
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton had 11 tackles, 1 for loss, and Roquan Smith had 16 tackles. So,
2 dudes. Single-handedly trying to keep that defense, trying to keep the team in the game.
Well, Roquan, he was messing up too, though. Yeah, a couple personal foul penalties.
Well, he had the one where, late in the game, they like, hey, jump outside, give him the first down.
Yeah, he smacked.
He just blows the damn guy up.
Bruh, what are you doing, my boy? God. It is, but like, the whole reason you doing that...
This is just overkill. All you had to do was just touch him.
You could have just touched that man, bro. That's crazy.
Letting out that frustration.
It didn't. At the end of the day, it didn't mean nothing, but it could have.
It's still though, like part of that mentality part that I'm talking about. Like, bro, you wasn't mentally prepared because even in that situation, it could have meant something. So you ain't got to do all that extra shit. Like, just do your job. Do what we asked you to do, bro. None of that extra stuff. You're doing too much.
They probably said, "Hey, just jump outside. We want to get him the first down, so they don't."
Yeah, they told him that in his headphone, like Roquan, go tap him on the shoulder, get the call. This nigga's like, what? Say less.
He said, "I've been trying to get him all game."
Yeah, say less, bro. I got this.
The lineman got up like Bernie, like, what the fuck happened?
I was like that.
And then out of all the linemen, he picked him. Who did he knock over?
I think it was Trey Smith.
I think so.
The right guard.
Right there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So he was like, who I want the most? All right, I'm going for Trey.
Duck.
Duck.
Goose.
That's crazy.
And then kind of stating the obvious, but Taylor Swift has generated $331 million for the Chiefs and the NFL. Just for her presence.
That's why they keep showing her. The NFL know what's good, man. They like, bro, we tapping into a whole nother world right now. We ain't even think we had access to.
Yeah.
I would have put a Taylor Swift sticker on their helmets if I was knowing she get money like that for her.
I'd have painted Taylor Swift in the end zone.
The end zone. I'd have put the Swifty zone or something like that.
Yeah.
The Swifty zone.
Put it on the sign behind the end zone. The NFL know what they doing, man.
Yeah, but that's all. Like, that's also the estimated new fans that have came in and bought merchandise, jerseys. So,
you better believe it.
Yeah.
If I'm Travis Kelce, I'm asking for a piece of ownership now.
I took one for the team.
That's what I did for y'all. Yeah, exactly.
I did this for y'all. All right, moving along. You want to add something else, Lindari? Got your squad. Squad's in the bowl again.
You know what it is.
We know what it is. Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember a time we was not in the Super Bowl. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, nigga.
Getting carried away now. All right, moving along. Then on the NFC side of things, we had the 49ers 34, Lions 31. We had the Brock Purdy, 267 yards, 1 touchdown.
Well, how was Mahomes a game manager, but now we got the Brock Purdy? Come on, man.
Brock Purdy, he had an 8.6 average. He wasn't really checking down much. That boy was dropping dots down the field.
Chris, you watched the game. I was sitting next to you.
I watched
it. You saw what Brock Purdy did.
What did he do?
Come on, man. Come on. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
All right. We had Christian McCaffrey, 20 carries, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. He actually had a little shoulder into the game. So Elijah Mitchell ran the last one in.
Was that a shoulder or a neck? Because he clearly landed on his fucking neck.
Yeah, he did land. He landed on his head. Yeah. But it's like a shoulder and neck combo deal.
That thing looked spinal to me.
You damn right.
That man was sliding on his head.
He did. Bouncing around.
We had Deebo Samuel, 8 receptions, 89 yards. Fred Warner, 13 tackles. On the other side, Jared Goff, 273 yards, 1 touchdown. David Montgomery, 15 carries, 93 yards. Sam Laporta, 9 receptions, 97 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 receptions, 87 yards.
Solid game.
They started the game off with Jameson Williams, 42-yard run for a touchdown. And then also Gibbs and Montgomery both added 1 touchdown in each. So
they did. They did.
Still productive games by them.
Whatever you said they did that shit.
So yeah, as we know, the Lions went up 24-7 at the half. It was looking mighty grim. But, I held hope. I stayed strong.
Did you hold hope, Chris?
I did.
I heard you crying when you went to the bathroom.
Yeah, okay. Don't tell the people that. Don't tell the people that. They can look at my tweets. If y'all follow me on Twitter, I could have looked at my live tweets. They time stamped on there.
Right. I was there on the couch eating a Jack Stack chicken wing.
I mean, obviously, I wasn't.
I heard you cry. I
wasn't happy. I wasn't ecstatic about it, but we weren't at the game. We do that.
Let's stop fucking around and talk about this, man. This is the craziest game I've fucking seen in a long time.
So as they call him, Dan Gamble. He gambled a couple times on 4th down, and didn't prevail on those. So basically, basically just showing no faith in his defense. So that's
showing too much faith in his defense.
What? No, I feel like he thought that like we were gonna get a surge and go, and he just needed more points.
I don't think that at all. I mean,
they're arguing.
Overthought his
I was dead in the fucking water.
I mean,
he could have kept. I feel like he could have kept y'all dead in the water. He fucked up.
I mean, their defense is rough. I mean,
it doesn't matter.
It's probably the only real player on
that rough defense.
It doesn't matter.
7 points in the first half. 10 points.
No. But what held us was the time of possession.
Don't matter.
Their offense.
Because you got the ball after they scored, though.
Yeah.
But after they scored, you got the ball back every time.
Of course. Yeah, and Purdy threw a pick. His it was tipped. Well, they hit his hand. He threw a pick. Yeah. So that was one of the possessions. That was a quick possession. But I mean, yeah.
I guess I should start with props to the Niners for sticking in there and winning the damn game. Okay. Get that out the way, Chris.
They still had to stop them on the 4th downs too, though.
Not really.
They
did. Not really. I'm like, my nigga literally hit this nigga in the hands and he dropped the ball. They did.
That's true too. So
they did not.
First off, NFL should be investigating Reynolds. I'm sure he had a parlay with the Niners in it. Because this dude dropped every open pass into him. But beyond that, I think when we were sitting there watching it, the first 4th down when it was 24-10.
Well, the first 4th down was in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half.
The end of the first half, when we said he go for the kick it, he took the points.
Mm-hmm.
Because it made sense. Cool. You take the points.
Push it to a 3-score game. Makes sense.
Yep. Then the second half, he had the 4th down. It was 24.
The Niners come out.
Just came down and got a field goal.
He's got a field goal. So you're not even threatened yet. I feel like you're not even threatened yet. Like you still held them to 3. They didn't get 7. They got 3. So when you get that ball, you go down there and you don't take the points to go up by 3 scores again. Well, my dog say the football guys don't like that shit.
Nah. And we were sitting there, me and Johnny. I'm like, what is he doing? There's no reason, because it wasn't like he was at, in the red zone. I think they were at like the 30 or something like that.
They were at the 28. It would have been or they were at the 29. It would have been a 46-yard
48. Well, yeah. I think it was.
They were in front of the 30 though. I remember looking at the field.
It would have been 48-yard field goal.
I thought it was crazy not to take the field goal and push it out to 3 scores again, and then give the ball back and say, "Okay, now what? What y'all gonna do now? Y'all haven't stopped our offense the whole game, so even if you do go down here and score, I'm confident that we can go down here and at least get a fucking field goal and just try to push it out again."
Yeah, they said that it was a 48-yard field goal, and they said that their kicker is 45% farther than 46 yards.
Well, you need a new kicker.
Nah, fuck that.
I'll pay you to
then
make
why do you go into the game with that kicker then?
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you don't trust your kicker to make a 45,
cut his ass and go sign you another one, because it's not a gimme, but you expect an NFL kicker to be able to make that kick.
That's fucking close to it.
And I'm at least gonna put it out there. I'm at least gonna put you out there to see you miss that motherfucker before I just be like, nah, you ain't got it.
Yeah,
because that's what I'm paying you for.
That's the thing.
That's what you getting this game check for. Then I understand the next will go for it.
It makes sense, yeah. But it's like, dude, you didn't let the dude try. You just go for it. Then y'all don't get it. It's like, damn, dude. I feel like you kind of fucking up the Momo. And then when the Niners come down and score,
of course you do. And they scored fast. They scored this next touchdown quick.
It's a 2-possession game. And then, after that, of course, you had the fumble. And it's like, okay, now they scored again. Oh, shit. Now assholes getting tight.
And then you take all of the, like, your team is comfortable at the 3-score lead. Like, your team out here like, man, it don't matter. We good. We running play. We dancing. We into this. We good. Oh shit, it's down to
Gardner Johnson. He waving ball to the crowd.
You know what I'm saying? But then it get down.
Yeah.
They get down to 1 and they like, nigga, I gotta make a play now. Well, you can't make the fucking play.
Number 1, DB Sutton.
Oh yeah.
Boy, he can't make a play.
He can't cover.
He can't make a play to save his life.
He can't cover.
Right now.
Yeah.
Hand to God, I'm a better cornerback than that man.
Well, he was the one that had the one bounce off his face and Ayuk caught it.
We know.
That was Sutton? I thought that was a safety.
No, that was Sutton.
Really?
And, I mean, it was a flag.
On Ayuk's touchdown, he got beat on a fake fade route.
Yeah.
Playing inside cover. I think he was playing inside leverage and then let the dude fake the fade and get back inside him for the damn slant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I get used to yourself. Say never runs a fade route.
Ayuk never runs fades. But I mean, he is the best route runner in the game. So, I mean,
that's just a sign of people not doing their job, though. Too, like, bro, just do your job, man. But I don't know if this man can do his job. I don't know if he can.
Mm-hmm.
And he even had that he was a flag do his job.
Yeah.
And it was a flag on that one, so I mean, it still would have been down there, but he still should have probably caught it just for his own morale.
Bro, or just bat it down, bro, and then take the penalty, fam. Be like, all right, it is what it is. If you bat that down, they're gonna still call pass interference, but nobody's gonna look at you like that's why you're a cornerback. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna be like, yo, nigga, good play after you did the penalty.
They might have picked that flag up too, though, because like when
they end up picking it up.
Well, because he caught it.
The ball's in the air,
even if he did, they can still call it though. Even if he caught it, they can still call it. They picked it up.
They decline.
Yeah, they picked it up.
Yeah, but then also, even with him catching it, that's a momentum thing too. Like, I mean, everybody went crazy after that type of a catch.
Oh yeah, that's a crazy.
They were going crazy before, but it's like when shit gets to rolling, that snowball start going down the hill. Man, like I said, even if it's always that fucker that's gonna try to throw it away for you. Sutton tried it.
You never
Purdy, the overthrow, he tried it, but dude said, "No, thank you. You keep it."
And you never
on what one?
On that.
On the one that hit him in the face.
Oh well, I mean,
overthrow.
No, that would have been online if he didn't pass interference. Him?
He didn't pass interference, that man.
He did. He was in his way when he was running his route. What do you mean?
Did they call a pass interference?
Yes, they threw the flag.
They picked it up.
They picked it up.
They picked it up because he caught it.
That is not why they picked it up. Stop saying that.
Like, come on.
Stop saying that.
They picked the flag up because once that ball goes in the air, they both have an equal right to go for the ball. And that's how that happened. Okay. He cut him off going for the ball.
Like you've seen them call pass interference when they catch the ball before, right?
No, I mean I've seen them not call anything.
They catch the ball. Liar, bro. Are you serious?
Yeah.
You've never seen them call pass interference?
No, I have.
The ball?
No, I have.
They still call it. I've also seen pass interference.
Yeah, but I've seen them not
call it. I've never seen them not call it because he catch the ball. I've never seen that. I've never ever in my life seen that.
Once they throw that flag, they're gonna come out.
Yeah, they're gonna say what it is. They're gonna say decline.
They say, "Oh, it wasn't pass interference." They picked that up. They said it wasn't pass interference. So I personally thought it was a terrible throw. But in the end of the day, motherfucker, it worked out. He caught it. What can we say now?
Yeah, it
don't mean shit. Dude, he gave you a chance to get some Momo back. If that was Sutton, he said, "No, thank you. Y'all keep it." And once that catch happened, that shit was over for sure. For sure. It didn't matter what happened.
You got some mad concentration on that catch.
Oh, yeah. My man was...
Yeah. Good catch.
And let's be honest, dude wasn't trying to hit him. He was just falling down and just tapped his fucking leg, or he would have scored.
Oh, yeah. He definitely wasn't trying to touch him. He was
because
he got terrible. He don't know how to fall, bro.
Ran into
he don't
his
know
hand.
how to fall, bro. Yeah, he don't know how to fall.
Basically, that's what it is. He didn't know how to fall. And just have to tap the man's leg, and Ayuk's like, "Oh, thank you."
He felt like Tua.
But when you say you got player or you got people that are trying to give away the game for you, never really think it's gonna be the coach. I feel like
the worst part.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like Sutton getting his ass whooped all day. You'd be like, yo, he was not he's an inferior player. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, he'll give that up, but you don't expect the guy on the sidelines to be like, nah. Run that shit again. You know what I'm saying? You like when he did it again, you heard me say, this motherfucker said go for it again.
Yeah, he said go for it.
I said,
he did.
What?
He said go for it.
I'm like, you can't even go for the time, my boy. This is a cold game
in
out
the
here.
NFC Championship 27-24, when Johnny said, this motherfucker said go for it, I said, who? And he said, like, Richard Sherman. Campbell. I said, no way.
I'm like, I saw his mouth, boy.
After. I said, you know what? At that point, if you're the owner, you got to come down from the owner's suite and be like, no fucking thank you. Ben, what's the dude named that the offensive coordinator?
Ben Johnson. Yeah.
I'm firing that dude on the sideline. Ben Johnson, take over. This is craziness.
They gave him a raise not to leave. He coming back.
Well, I think he turned down other jobs.
Nah, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like that was tough, bro. I just feel, I'm cool with certain things. Like, I'm cool with you being like, this is the way I play. But at the same time, like, it's got to be some logic behind the way you play as well. And I think he just threw all the logic out the window and was like, this is me. So then it becomes a pride thing, I think.
He was playing Madden. That's what he was doing.
A pride to get you beat out here. You know what I'm saying? Pride to get your ass whooped.
This is the way you play, but you also got to play the game you fucking playing.
Right.
And the game he was playing at that time, you got to have some feel for the game. So at that time when it was 24-10, it's like, dude, if you go up by another 3, and it was the middle of the third quarter, so if you go up 27-10, it's like, dude, that really puts them in a hot seat because they need to get the ball 3 times.
They got to score 3 times.
And do something with it. Like 3 times. That's tough. So you just got to have a feel for the game. But he's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go for what? The touchdown? And they still got to get the ball 3 times? Like, no, dude, just take the field goal. I've never seen a game where I felt like the coach is the reason, like, that the momentum shifted, that, like anything happened after that. Reynolds dropping open passes, I blame Campbell. Sutton playing like ass, I blame Campbell. All of that, I blame Campbell.
Gibbs, fumble, like that's just a football guy.
Exactly.
Like, bro, your coach got me.
If they run out of Gatorade on the sideline, Dan Campbell fucked
up. Yeah. And I say all of this though, like, I'm saying, still not trying to take nothing away from the Niners because they still had to go score these points. They still had to get these stops on defense when they needed them. Like they had, Chase Young even got a few tackles in there. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, according to y'all, he ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they talking about he been robbing y'all all season. I seen that on MSN News today. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like I don't want to take nothing away from them. You know what I'm saying? Like Brock Purdy played a lot better in that second half. He used his legs to score major plays when they needed him to.
I didn't know he had that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't know he had that.
What the
leg? You ain't watched much Purdy because he does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he ain't really did no scribbling like that though. Like that.
He's like,
his legs was like short and fast, like Kyler Murray and shit.
He's like, I mean, obviously, it's like he does it like kind of like it's like a poor man Mahomes. Like he does it when he needs to, like, like and then he kind of like scampers out. He scampers out like Mahomes.
All I'm saying, like,
I don't want to say this, but he looked a little faster than Mahomes.
He might be. I mean, Mahomes got that little silly switch in his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mahomes got that silly hip shit.
Switch.
Yeah, but
everybody here doing this.
You know what I'm saying?
but yeah, Purdy kind of scoot, man. Purdy kind of scoot a little bit, but he got the sneaky run out, kind of like Mahomes. Like Mahomes is.
I just feel like he made.
But he's good. He's good at running.
He made the plays that he needs to make.
I'll tell you what, though.
Yeah.
And he didn't turn the ball over.
Don't learn how to slide by the Super Bowl. Y'all got to.
That is crazy. That is true.
That's some bullshit.
Who?
Purdy.
Oh, well, he was.
He always goes head first, which is kind of.
He was doing kind of like a Mahomes, though. It's like going for more yards or like just dropping down.
Dude, one of those runs, he was way clear the first down. He ran into the back of Deebo Samuels.
Yeah, he did. He Deebo.
At that point, like you saw what happened last year when you got hurt. They say that's the reason y'all didn't make it because you got hurt. So you got to have in the back of your head like. I'm clearly up for passing first down. If I were running to the back of Deebo, I should probably just get the fuck down and go to the next play.
He could have scored on that.
We got everything.
He could have scored on that one. He ran into Deebo.
Well, he ain't a running back.
He's saying like after you run into like Debo, though, you gotta
get the hell down. He was still.
But yeah, that's true.
You just don't want to get hurt, and he do a lot of head first diving, which is kind of dangerous. But
it's not like I mean, it's not safe regardless.
He playing his game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He playing his game.
It's not safe regardless, but it's not like a head first dive. It's not like a head first dive. It's like just a fall. Like,
Nah, I know on that one of those towards the end, he dove in between 3 fucking lions.
Yeah.
He acting.
Yeah, he was probably 10 yards past the first down on that one too. I'm just like, get up there, get where you're going, get down, get to the next play. Because last year when your ass went down, apparently the Niners didn't have a chance. So that's.
I bet you if they show practice though,
get down.
I bet you if they show practice, they're going to be having that dude doing slide practicing for like 10, 15 minutes in practice. Just like, dude, you got to tuck that leg and get that thing down. Nah, slide. They bringing in a baseball player like, bro, this is how you slide, fam. You got to learn how to get down. But like I said, like I don't take nothing away from them. They took advantage of all the opportunities they had. They closed the door on that shit.
The Lions out there hanging themselves. Don't take the rope from them. Like, here you go.
Yeah. And he did he had that 1 third down. It was like earlier in the fourth quarter, I think. But he was moving left and he kind of tossed it up and Jawan Jennings had the one-handed catch.
So that was a good catch. Catch.
So I thought his best throw was the one down the sideline when he broke the pocket. I think it was Juszczyk that was standing on the sideline tiptoeing. I thought that was probably one of his better throws I've seen him make. That thing was on the line. Juszczyk obviously made that shit look great when you see his toes in the dirt.
Yeah.
But
and on the run, rolling to his left. I mean, it was tough. And he had just ducked out of a sack. So it was a good play.
What up? Oh boy, Jennings be making plays for y'all.
Who? Jennings?
Jennings.
Oh yeah, especially on third down. They call him third and Jawan. So it's like, every time on third down, that's who they looking for. Honestly.
And because that throw was like a crazy throw. It was high and it had no mustard on it.
But it's like
Jennings like 6'4". I didn't know he was 6'4".
Yeah, I didn't know he was that tall either.
We could see what Google say, but he's tall. And he's kind of just like, he like a basketball
dude. Better not be 5'10".
But
know.
It could be wrong too, though. But dude's definitely taller than pretty much everybody out there.
Close enough.
But yeah. So he goes up and get it. Like he does, he'll run a fade route or whatever. So, yeah. So, Penei Sewell had
a question for you though.
Real quick. We did bring up Chase Young. He had a lot of Chase Young against Penei Sewell. He had 34 blocking snaps, 2 pressures, and 0 sacks. So
that seems like the regular for y'all right now. At a Chase Young.
Penei Sewell is great.
Yeah. But Bosa also lined up against him. Armstead lined up against him a little bit. So obviously, great game from him. But he's an all-pro. So
they had Penei Sewell playing like tight end, going in motion.
Oh yeah, they did.
He caught a pass. He caught a pass. I think one of them last few.
They kept making him eligible. Remember, you was like, dude, this dude eligible again. They had him going in motion.
This game, he went out in the flats on one of the passes that I think Reynolds.
He was open,
and they still was wide open in the flats. Yeah.
And we had Nick Bosa had 2 sacks, so Bosa had a good game.
Oh yeah, he beat the shit out of what's his name, Skinner, whatever the dude's name is. He beat the dog shit out to do one play.
But okay, I think that's all I got for real. What was you gonna say, Lanier?
As a Niners fan, would you give a game ball to Dan Campbell?
No,
I definitely would.
So you don't think that his coaching had anything to do? You think like, oh, we just did that on our own?
No, because if he gets those plays, he's a genius. Oh my gosh, he was so aggressive. He went out there and took that game from the 49ers. But he didn't get it. We stopped him. Like I said, we still have to stop him.
What about the 24-27 where he went for it on 4th down?
That was stupid. That what they were winning 27-24 at that point.
They were down. Y'all were up. They could have tied it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they could have tied it. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, I would have kicked the field goals, but I also listen to sports radio.
Like as a Niner fan, do you be like, oh, this dude's going for it? He's an idiot. Or are you like, because, oh no, they're going for it?
I'm kind of like, oh, they going for it. We got to stop them. Like, I mean, like you still have to stop them. It's a stupid. I think it was a stupid play. I would have kicked the field goal, but like on sports, I listen to sports radio pretty much all week, and they're kind of like half. They're half and half. Actually, half of the analysts on there are like, yeah, I don't blame them for going for it, and they even have some analysts that were Lions fans. Like, yeah, I don't mind them going for it. That's what we've been doing all season. I mean,
I think those guys are. I think those guys
are dumb,
but they're fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I thought he should have been fired after the game. I said it. Like,
I did too.
And then he did the press conference where he's like, "Oh, it ain't guaranteed you'll be back here. We gotta work double hard." Like, dude, you know how hard it is to get there. Why would you do that bullshit, man?
Like, you chasing points while you winning. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand. That ain't. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, they were in a good position. They just blew it. Like that's bad. That was bad business to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal, but you don't want to be reckless either.
Exactly. You just don't. The numbers just don't line up to me. Like, it's 2 scores, 3 scores.
3 scores.
Like this.
But
this
it's also
this is.
But
mad.
I mean, I think they made it 53% of the times this season on 4th down. Their kicker's 45% from 48 yards. So I mean, you're going with the numbers there.
Don't bring that kicker.
So I would say that's bad coaching all around. Like, if you don't trust the kicker that much, why you bring his ass to the game?
Are you getting rid of the kicker?
You got a kicker
for the postseason? You're bringing a brand new kicker.
Yes.
The kicker.
Yeah, I need a kicker that can make a 48-yard field goal if I need him to. Yes.
Like, what?
46-yard field goal. That ain't nothing. That's the 29. That's just getting to the 29. I need a kicker that can make that kick because I need to be in scoring range. How far is
Gronk doing his kick for the Super Bowl?
Bring in Gronk. I don't know.
How far is Gronk doing his kick for the Super Bowl? I mean,
I think he does like a 40-yarder, isn't he? I mean, something decent. 35-yarder. 40-yarder.
Last year he
missed it.
A little wide.
Yeah, he missed it.
He's a little wide, but he had the distance. So, I mean, like, if Gronk can do that and be a little wide, there's got to be a free agent kicker who, like, you know what, I can do better than 45. Like, 45.
Like, I ain't even looking to hit 50, 55. I'm like, 48, 46. Come on, bro. You got to be able to
I'm going to need you to be at least, 70. Shit.
And I'm just saying, though, like, if I know my guy can't hit 46, that's not the guy that I'm giving this game check to. Like, I'm not giving you this game check just to hit extra points, nigga. I can't hit the extra point. Jared Goff can probably kick the extra point.
I'm going to at least see you miss that first one before I start acting reckless, though. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. You at least got to, if he go out there, he kicked that first one and it ain't even close, you'd be like, all right. Now I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. But you just can't be like, nah, we going for it, no matter what. I'm like, that's just not. It's just the math. The math just don't.
Math ain't math.
I don't care what analytics you looking at or whatever, bro. The math just don't math in that situation.
But the analytics is the math, Johnny.
Nah, that's
analytics
wrong.
Doesn't like take into account like the feel of the game, like. If you miss it doesn't take into account that the Niners are like, fuck yeah, let's go, we got
it. Yeah.
And the analytics don't look.
The Niners are like, we got a little hope.
The analytics look at like success rate under this at this time. Fuck that, bro. I need to be out 3 scores. That's it. That's the only math I need. Because I need to make them, if it come down to it, I need them to make more plays than they have to if it's only 2 scores. This easy math right here to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my only thing. I would have fired his ass.
You're good at math, though. I don't really see Dan Campbell as a math guy.
Well, I mean,
Dan Campbell been playing football. He understands that.
He knows 6 + 1 = 7. That's all he knows.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy to me though. I'm like, I'm a math guy, but I'm not like a football strategist, and I'm still like, nigga, give me the 3 scores. like that just makes sense to me. Like I said, like it just makes you have to. You put basically, he took the pressure away from the Niners by doing that reckless shit. Because like if you keep this, like if they come out and score a touchdown and they do it kind of like blazing, like 2 plays, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I understand what you're doing now, you know what I'm saying? But you held them to a field goal. You were still in control, and you could kick that field goal. You can kick the field goal, and it's right back to the lead you just had. Like nobody hurt, and you wasted half a quarter. You know what I'm saying? So it don't add up.
And you can dictate how they play the game too. Because if you go by 3 scores, now if you're the Niners, are you really calling all those run plays? Or are you like, you know what, we got to score a little faster, fellas. We probably only got 2 or 3 possessions left, maybe 4. So we got to pick this pace up a little bit.
Well, what was the first 4? That was in second quarter when they went for it. So I mean, they still had plenty of game left.
Nah, they both were in the third.
No, third quarter.
Okay, yeah. It was like the middle of the third quarter when they went for it the first time.
Yeah, it was like 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Like if you get that,
okay,
now the Niners got to play. They got to call a totally different game because now it's like we need 3 scores and we probably only have 4 possessions left, and that's if we stop them every possession, which we haven't done. So you got to like, you know what, we're going to speed it up to try to get an extra possession in here. Now his decision was amplified by the fact that what's the running back name that fumbled?
Jahmyr Gibbs come out the next
drive
and fumble.
Well, so they didn't go. They missed that, and then the Niners scored. Then they got the ball back.
Well, then they scored the touchdown, but now you only up 3.
The Niners scored. well, they scored first, and they were up 10. Then Jahmyr Gibbs fumbled. They got another touchdown. Then they
that's
were
what
up
I'm
3.
saying.
So it was like in a short 4 or 5 minute span. It's like, yo, now we got 1 possession, 3 points, and that momentum's motherfucking roll.
Yeah.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson looked like he crying. You know.
Yeah, because Christian McCaffrey was dribbling his head off the ground with the stiff arm.
Yeah,
that's why he was crying.
When you do get a chance, you know they had the momentum. Then they went back and got another field goal. They went up 24-27. Then you get down there, you get a chance. You know what? Let's put the brakes on this shit a little bit. Let's tie this up. I ain't going
0-0. 0-0. We got whoever win these last few minutes. We back even though for now. But like when you go for it, you don't
go for it, so you get a ball back, and now you got the Niners playing with a lead. Like, look, it don't matter what we do, we got the lead. All we got to do is
run the ball,
big 6, and hope our defense.
Yeah, I ain't like the coaching.
Give Dan Campbell a game ball and a motherfucking pink slip. Get him out of there. But now this Niners and Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. The rematch.
And you know what we do, Chris. You know what we do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Jared Goff gave y'all that work. I know you know what our kicker do. I ain't worried about 45 yards.
Yeah. Bucker money.
I think we're good kicker.
It's a good kicker right there. And we got Jake Moody. He missed one.
Yeah, but he's young too, ain't he?
You're rookie, yeah.
You can't take them young kickers no damn where, man. People start yelling, lights get bright, they go, why right?
So we're gonna do a Super Bowl episode next week.
Yeah, we're gonna wait till we get a little closer.
We can, but I'll tell y'all my preview. Chiefs by 10. You know, that's it. Chiefs by 10. I'll tell y'all how they get there though. Might be cool. 17 by next week.
That's it. The line opened up 2.5 for the Niners, and then it moved quickly to 1.5 Niners. So
it was like bullshit. I wish I would have got it when it was when Chiefs was underdogs.
Yeah, I mean they still are 1.5. But
let me look again. I thought
it was even money though. They were underdogs, but it was even money.
Let me log in and see, man. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. No, that's all I got. Yep, that's it.
Tell us who y'all going for in the comments.
No, yeah, well, we don't have an episode.
Let us know, chat.
Yeah, so my thing got Chiefs plus 1.5 now.
Yeah.
They're still underdogs.
Oh, yeah, that is underdog. Damn, it moved again. Yeah. Oh, I might get on that then. Yeah, I'm in there.
But it was even money last time. What's the odds now on that?
Minus 105. That ain't great. Minus 105.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's close. It's gonna be a close game. It's even.
It ain't even, Chris. I'm sorry.
It's even.
Just like I told you, the Ravens defense could not fuck with us. I'm telling you now. I told you against Green Bay. I told you against the Lions. Y'all secondary is ass trash.
You crazy?
I ain't been wrong yet. I ain't been wrong yet.
We crazy. We got Ward and Lenore. Boy's nice.
Tune in next week for our preview. I ain't been wrong.
Y'all receivers definitely ain't beating them.
Dan Campbell screwed me. That's the only reason you sitting here with a smile on your damn face. Give me some Gatorade. Right, play my theme music like Dion.
Play theme music. All right, man. I guess that's it, man. Tune in for the Super Bowl preview. What, next week?
We'll be back next week.
Yep.
We'll be back next week.
Yep.
We back. Probably talk a little NBA too. Been kind of lacking in the NBA, but we'll get into that fully. But we appreciate you tuning in, man. Chat, drop a fire flame emojis in the comments if you stuck around this long. And we're out of here. Push the button, Johnny.